Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We going to the top. We're going to bring others with us. So please become a part of Notification Squad. Peep Squad, hit that notification bell, baby. Know each and every time I drop a video and tell me what's on your mind. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the situation. The ladies of the Real Housewives of Atlanta discuss season 12, episode 14, on Bravo. So let's get into it. Let's talk about Kenya Moore. She dishes on Cynthia Bailey. Basically, Kenya Moore is saying that Cynthia Bailey, she hides her hand. She was not clean in a situation when it comes to the cookie lady because she had dough all over her hands, because Kenya Moore lets us know that Cynthia Bailey invited the cookie lady to Kenya Moore's event, which was Brooklyn introduction to the ladies of the Real Housewives. So I guess it was a good idea that Eva Marcel decided not to come to the situation, because it seems like Cynthia had invited the cookie lady to confront Tanya and tell her about the business. I was like, what is going on with that situation? So yes, so there you have it. Cynthia Bailey told the cookie lady, come through, baby, come to Kenya Moore's event, and say what's on your mind. Tell us what's on your mind. Tell Tanya Sams what you got to tell her about her fiance Paul. Even though you guys didn't kiss, you didn't hug, you didn't flirt, you didn't touch each other, you didn't go nowhere, you didn't exchange numbers, you didn't make googly eyes at each other, you didn't hold hands, you didn't do anything. But the cookie lady was like, this is my time to shine. Y'all are filming in Atlanta and I'm in Atlanta, down a corner around the street right next door to Cynthia, so hell yeah, I'm coming through. So the cookie lady was willing and able and ready to come through. She wanted to be on camera, baby. The cookie lady wanted to get her shot. She wanted to get her time on the show. She was not playing. She wanted to be seen and heard at the same damn time, which she was doing way too much, but I guess her cookies are good, baby. So Cynthia Bailey responded, because she was asked questions too as well. And she said that she didn't have no problem, with the cookie lady. She wasn't trying to do anything that was ill will or any ill intent at all. And she said one of her problem is that Kenya Moore knew all along about the cookie lady, and she never brought the cookie lady up and never said nothing about it. But when she gets upset at Tanya Sams, what does she go do? She go get the cookie lady. I was like, So basically, Cynthia Bailey is saying that Kenya was upset when she finally had that beef with Tanya Sams with the wig situation. Tanya Sams showing the wig to everybody at the spa and Marlo modeling the wig on her head. That pissed Kenya Moore off and she got upset and she went to go get the cookie lady to get at Tanya. But she didn't have no problem with Tanya at all when she first met the cookie lady. So therefore it seems like, Kenya wasn't going to bring the cookie lady up, but she also knew that the cookie lady was going to show up some way, somehow, with production, with anybody, but it wasn't going to be her job to do that, because she was going to just leave it alone and let it be until she got into the situation with Tanya. But before then, she wasn't going to say nothing. And also, Kenya Moore is not too happy or thrilled with Cynthia Bailey either, because Cynthia Bailey didn't give her the heads up to let her know that Tanya Sams knew that Kenya Moore was talking about Paul when they was in Toronto. So therefore she was blindsided. She felt a certain type of way. Like basically Cynthia Bailey is hiding her hand. She went to go make good with the cookie lady, but didn't tell the cook. She went to go make good with Tanya, with the cookie lady, but the cookie lady's always been ready to tell her story. But the thing is, Cynthia Bailey didn't want them dirty hands, so therefore she told the cookie lady, but she didn't tell Kenya Moore that she told the cookie lady, so Kenya Moore ain't too happy about the situation. So basically Cynthia Bailey was like, Kenya Moore is hiding her hand, and the only reason why she invited the cookie lady to come to Brooklyn's party was because Tanya Sams wasn't on really filming for Real Housewives of Atlanta season 12. She was nowhere to be around really, so therefore she invited the cookie lady to events. But you did invite the cookie lady to meet Tanya Sams at Brooklyn's party that Kenya Moore was doing. So therefore you was hoping Tanya Sam was around. You knew she was filming. She might not have been filming that much, but Cynthia Bailey said she was being messy, and that's it. And she also said that she had no idea whatsoever that Kenya Moore was going to bring the cookie lady to dinner, because she said that was wrong and that was low down and she had nothing to do with that. Yes, she invited the cookie lady, but she invited the cookie lady, but she did not invite her to the dinner with Tanya Sams at all, because she didn't know it was gonna be that type of situation. She didn't want to set Tanya Sams up like that, and plus she didn't want to be on Front Street either. So Cynthia Bailey and Kenya Moore, this shit is crazy. So therefore it seems like Kenya Moore was going to leave the cookie lady alone and act like she doesn't even exist. Then Cynthia brought the cookie lady around to Brooklyn's event to confront Tanya, but that didn't happen. And then Cynthia Bailey brought the cookie lady around again. So therefore when Kenya Moore got into the situation with Tanya Sams with the wig, she went to go find the cookie lady. And she wasn't trying to, and Kenya Moore was not trying to let Cynthia Bailey basically get away like she didn't do anything at all. She had some pour into it. She's not innocent. And Cynthia Bailey was like, listen, I did not know that the cookie lady was coming to the dinner that I invited Tanya Sams to. I don't have no beef with Tanya Sams. I don't have no problem with Tanya Sams at all. I just thought that maybe Tanya Sams should know about the cookie lady. But the cookie lady was willing, able, and she was all the way out there ready to be in part of the scene, ready to be on TV, ready to be everywhere. And also, Cynthia Bailey was asked about cheating, especially when it comes to Mike Hill cheating, and can he be a changed man and can he change? And Cynthia Bailey thinks so too as well. There's a possibility, but Kenya Moore said he better get some help, order from him to, not cheat and not to, go back to them old behaviors and not repeat history again. He needs to get some counseling, some understanding of what, because the men that she asks about the situation, once a cheater, always a cheater, is he going to cheat? Kenya Moore said the men told her, yeah, so that's what she thinks, unless he gets some counseling, and that's just going to be what it's going to be. That's how she feels about the situation. She ain't giving him no pass. And also Candy wasn't giving Mike Hill a pass either when she was on her channel to speak on it. Basically she was like, all them women friends, and he's been cheating. Has he slept with any of them women friends that he had around his house with Cynthia there too as well? Candy was like, that's way too much. He's a cheater and he got nothing but women friends. So yeah, a lot of people, it seems like Candy and Kenya Moore not really feeling Mike Hill like that. Not that he's a bad person, not that he's not a good person, but he might not be the right person for Cynthia because of his past. But Mike Hill said he has changed. He is doing better, and his book was therapy for him. So I don't know if they're getting any counseling or anything else like that. But yep, that was the situation, and they were and Candy did speak on that. She didn't want to speak on the cookie lady. And Candy did not speak up at all when Kenya Moore was like, Nene Leakes is just a hater. Nene Leakes just wants to expose Cynthia Bailey, trying to make her look like a mean person, a bad person, and like she has this other side to her, or this aggressive side, and she's just basically just mean and everything else like that. And that is wrong, because that's not true. But and she's not my lapdog either, because there are sometimes that Cynthia Bailey cussed me out and hang up, and I'd be like, what's going on, what happened? That's what Kenya Moore said, that Cynthia Bailey got real short with her, cussed her out one day. Basically Kenya Moore not knowing or knowing that she was co-signing what Nene Leakes said about Cynthia Bailey having another side and talking crap. And then Nene had to mention that she was right in her core, and she had Cynthia Bailey on the phone, and her husband Greg was listening. He was like, who is cussing like a sailor like that? And Nene said it was Cynthia Bailey, and he was shocked and surprised. And he said, I wouldn't think that would come out of her mouth, that would come out of Cynthia Bailey's mouth. So basically, Kenya Moore confirmed a little bit of what Nene said about Cynthia, and then Nene Leakes threw a story in about Cynthia cursing and swearing. So now we got to get Greg. And basically, Cynthia just had it up to here. She just had it up to here because she feels like she's been thrown under the bus when it comes to Kenya Moore, because I don't think that Cynthia Bailey wanted anybody to know that she invited the cookie lady to Kenya Moore Brooklyn event to confront Tanya Sams. I think that was just going to stay under the table. And I don't know how she thought that was going to stay under the table when she went back and she told Tanya Sams what, Kenya Moore was actually talking about in Toronto. So therefore, that, that leaves Kenya to say, okay, you trying to throw me under the bus about, or trying to make a big deal that I brought the cookie lady to a sit down. Girl, you were trying to bring that lady over there to my daughter's event to confront Tanya. So what's up with that situation? So you guys tell me what you think about the situation. I was like, Lord have mercy, it is going down, because it seems like Kenya Moore and Cynthia Bailey are taking shots back and forth, but they all cool. But Nene Leakes still says that Cynthia Bailey is passive aggressive, and basically she was really hurt by her calling her toxic and everything else like that, and that was really just really awful, and saying that she was a toxic friend, and she feels like Cynthia Bailey is trying to ruin her character and defame her character, that she's not a good friend, because Nene Leakes says she is a good friend, so she don't know what Cynthia is talking about, defaming as a friend. Marlo Hampton said that she believes that Cynthia Bailey is a nice person. And Marlo looked beautiful here, Lord have mercy. Marlo said that Cynthia Bailey is a nice person, but she finally got to see the other side of Cynthia this season. And she said she wants to see the softer side of Cynthia, basically taking shots, because Nene wanted to be exposed that Cynthia is not this, pretty, quiet, Southern Belle, that she has a ratchet side to it. So I guess it's getting out there and we seeing something else, because you wouldn't think in a million years that Cynthia Bailey would invite the cookie lady to Kenya's event. Lord have mercy, to confront Tanya Sams. Yes, it's going down. So there's a lot of underhand stuff that's going around and happening and going down between the ladies behind the scenes. It seems like they're having conversations and talking to each other and plotting certain things to happen too as well. So, So you guys tell me what you think about the situation. I was like, this is crazy. And Portia Williams basically said that she wasn't going to go to Nene Leakes' event, but she ended up going because her mama told her to go. So that's why she went to the event, and it was okay. It was all right. And I was just like, But it seems like Portia is not really feeling Kenya Moore, especially with the situation when it comes down to Tanya Sams and Kenya Moore bringing the cookie lady around, and she don't appreciate it at all, and she's not too fond of Kenya Moore anymore, it seems to be. And then Portia also says that she has some doubts about going to Nene Leakes' event, because she hasn't talked to her since the reunion, so therefore she didn't really think there was anything to talk about, but she did. And, she felt like it was a good situation. They ain't best friends or nothing, but, they ain't on fighting terms either. So we'll see what happens with that situation. So now Portia Williams and Nene Leakes are cool. and Miss Lanithia Leakes said that she had to reach out to Portia because Portia stopped her from killing Kenya Moore. I was like, Lord, what is going on with this situation? So you tell me what you guys think about the situation. It seems like it was the Tanya Sam situation was a situation that happened that fell into Cynthia Bailey's and Kenya Moore's hand. Candy knew about the situation, but she stayed out of it. And so therefore Cynthia was talking to the cookie lady, because they work right next door to each other, and invited her to Kenya Moore's event, but it didn't go down that way. Then once Kenya got into a gripe with Tanya Sam, she went and got the cookie lady, because the cookie lady's been chilling with Cynthia and coming to the events, and nobody even knew who the cookie lady was and who she was coming there for. So basically you could just get set up and you don't even know it. Peace. I'm out. Much love to all my peeps and my peoples.